going on, everybody? DjGoHam here. Welcome back to the channel. Giant Software released new information on Farming Simulator 22 in regards to the feedback that they have been collecting from the community over the past few months. They have been listening and have made changes to seasonal cycles, graphics, and one of the crops in game. So let's get right into it and find out what has been changed. When Giants first introduced us to seasonal cycles coming with FS22, a virtual year was supposed to consist of 12 days, meaning each day in game would be the equivalent of 1 month. Their goal was, and still is, to find a balance of challenging and relaxing gameplay mechanics that work for as many players as possible, regardless of their experience. For lots of the community, the duration of a year wasn't as appealing as Giants had hoped it would be, even though players would be able to decrease the speed of the time in game even further than we have to before, below 1x. Well, the challenge that Giants were faced with was them to implement the option to customize the length of the seasons. But why is this a challenge? We have this as an option in 19. Well, in game development, there's a massive amount of dependency with the smallest changes. It's quite literally the risk of a butterfly effect that sticks to everything. This is the same for the seasonal cycles connected to different gameplay mechanics. They could break, and they need to be and remain compatible with everything. Giants can't release a game with potential errors produced by their own game mechanics, which could cause problems for the player and corrupt your save games. However, we got some good news, and they have found a way to make the seasons longer for those players that like to play like that. You will now be able to increase seasonal lengths up to 28 days, where before you could only do 3-day seasons or the equivalent of that. Changes to the seasonal cycles will change after the current season that you're playing on has been completed once in game. This is a huge win for players. It shows us that Giants are listening. How about some graphical improvements? We've got those too. While gameplay programmers focus on gameplay mechanics and work on the gameplay side of things during the course of development, the tech guys at Giant Software do the same on their end, meaning that the graphics still evolve between what we get to see from our first screenshots or trailers to the release of the game. Of course, they have taken our feedback into consideration during the entire process, but this side of things is not final and will not be until the game is sent off to players, as they will be continuing to evolve it and improve it every step of the way. Between the older game build that we got to see at Gamescom and the version that's going to be released in a few weeks, lots of graphical aspects were added and changed. Therefore, the visual appearance of the game has been changed as well. One of the biggest things that people and players were commenting on when they first saw the game earlier in 2021 was how it looked, and they weren't very happy about it. And Giant Software have made some changes and considerations along the way, but it is important for players to know all around the world that the game just isn't done yet until we have our hands on it. Giant Software have improved the level of detail to the foliage around the maps too, so to guarantee more beautiful transitions between seasons and colors, they've fine-tuned the screen space ambient occlusion, or SSAO, to recreate more natural shadows, which results in a more naturally surrounding game. They've also modified the color grading to achieve a more realistic and atmospheric feel overall. All of these changes come together and mean that the new game will have many more improved and various heightened graphical aspects, which are going to look great and make the game really nice to play. And the final thing that Giants update us on today is sorghum in Farm Sim 22. Now you may be saying to yourself, DJ, sorghum, what's wrong with the crop? Well, this is an important crop and has become even more important to the world over the past few years, especially in warmer climates. It's a very important crop to American players, and definitely one that you want to grow in the American map Elm Creek. But of course, the fringe map Upero also benefits from having sorghum available to grow. As there are sorghum farmers all around the world, Giants realized that the way that they were having the sorghum harvested in the early build of Farm Sim 22 wasn't quite accurate to the actual representation of real-life harvesting. So that has been changed, and now only the top of the fruit gets cut when harvesting, instead of the whole crop like wheat or barley does now. This is just one more change that the players helped to make a reality. Giant Software values your feedback and want to make a game for everyone that is enjoyable. So don't be shy about sharing your thoughts and ideas in a constructive and kind and considerate manner on the Giants forum or on their Discord. It shows they do listen to us. Also, as a Giants ambassador, you can also contact me with ideas and suggestions as well. There's going to be plenty more Farm Sim 22 information to share over the next 5 weeks. So make sure you stay tuned for the channel for weekly updates on everything going on with Farm Sim 22, which will be released on Monday, November 22nd, 2021 on PC, Mac, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, as well as Google Stadia. If you guys are on PC and would like to pre-order the game now or the Year 1 Season Pass or both together, check out the links below and make sure to code DjGoHam. Those links go to help support the channel at no additional cost to you and 100% of the proceeds from Farming Simulator 22 pre-orders go back into giveaways, so that if you can't get the game, you're still going to have a chance to get one of the giveaways. I want to make sure that everyone that wants to play this game is able to. And also, thank you to everyone who has used that code so far. You guys are rock stars. If you have any questions at all about Farming Simulator 22, the new and updated features, gaming mechanics, giveaways, or anything else, post those in the comment section below, and check out the description for helpful links to other things you may be interested in as well. You can even find the Farm Sim 22 playlist linked in there, so you can see every bit of information that has been announced so far for Farming Simulator 22. With all that being said, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you drop a like on it, get subscribed to Jump if you're new, and join the GoHam fam. Make sure you turn your notification bells on as well, so that you never miss daily Farming Simulator videos here on the channel. All being said, hope you have a great day, and we'll see you later.